OK TV.
We're here in our new home to bring you the best celebrity Big Brother news and the day's showbiz headlines.
And we've got a great show for you tonight, so we're going to crack on, and we'll be joined in the studio by some great guests too. Joe McElderry is here to tell us all about his new album, and Vanessa Feltz will be giving us her thoughts on last night's Celebrity Big Brother. It's the film that's already broken UK box office records, and we'll be hearing from the stars of the In-Betweeners movie.
And fellas, have we got some good news for you tonight? Here's David Beckham with a bald patch. Now, we're used to seeing him look picture perfect, so we'll find out why he may be losing it. And this is Richard Branson's £90 million luxury island up in flames. But which Hollywood actress turned hero and saved the day? You can find out right here on tonight's OK TV.
Looking forward to that. We're going to get started with the legend that is David Beckham. And over the years, he's become almost as famous for his hair as he is for his football skills.
Now, so far, we've seen him work the wet look, the bleach look, the skinhead, the ponytail, the headband and, of course, the mohawk. But the days of having luscious locks could be over for Bex, as reportedly he's going bald.
I've copied a few of those haircuts. Anyway, could baby number 4 be taking its toll? OK TV's Minnie Stevenson has the story.
Hands down, David's got to be the fittest dad at parents' evening. But it seems after baby number 4, he could be losing his looks slightly. We hope you're sitting down for this. We've got to break it to you, Bex has a bald patch. Yes, the man who has a history of having beautiful hair is apparently going bald. Once upon a time, David made the centre parting pretty, looked cute with a crew cut. He even did the unthinkable and made the ponytail manly. Then there was the cornrows, which, to be fair, divided opinion. And he made the mohawk. But David's looking a little bit more like a dad these days, albeit a hot one. And Bex is not the only one who seems less preened and more parent-like these days. Since baby number 4 Harper arrived, Victoria has been looking a lot more like most weary mums on the school run. She was packed in LA this week, nodding off and wearing hardly any makeup. A slipped disc has meant she's been a little defeated. Doctors have ordered her to wear flats to ease the pain in her back. It's thought wearing high heels during her pregnancy, like these 5-inch Christian Louboutins at the royal wedding, may have caused the slipped disc. But after resting at her Malibu mansion, we imagine in slippers, it seems Posh could be on the mend. She tweeted, "Thank you for your kind messages. I'm feeling much better and enjoying every precious minute with baby Harper. I'm so in love. VB." So Beckham with his bald patch, Posh snoozing off with her bad back. David and Victoria are starting to sound a lot like most people's parents. But if any dad can make a bald patch look sexy, it's Bex.
Now, maybe it's because they've had a baby girl, because apparently girls are more stressful. Maybe he's worrying about when she's 16 and she goes raving.
Oh, that is a bit of a concern. Thank God I've got boys. Anyway, it's time to talk Celebrity Big Brother. And welcome our guest tonight is Vanessa Feltz, everyone.
Hello. Hello.
Vanessa, I'm always very keen to absorb every one of your opinions on the show.
Ask me anything, of course. I'm glued.
Have you watched it every night?
Yes, I've watched it every night.
And how do you find it's going right now?
I'm finding it absolutely fascinating. It is a most peculiar combination and assortment of characters, don't you think?
I think you're right.
Extraordinary to see who's going to form an alliance with whom, who's going to detest who. And at the moment, they're doing that thing that celebrities always try and do, which is try and keep nice. And they're really, you can see very little irritation. You can see just calmness and sweetness. I have a feeling that can't last, don't you?
No, I think there's 1 or 2 people that we'll come on to in a second that are beginning to crack. But we'd like to start with Jedward.
Yes.
Because they are very peculiar. They're, in essence, the most peculiar of people you'll ever meet in your life.
All right, well, I've been outed as a closet Jedward enthusiast.
Yeah,
and so I love them. I just find them fascinating.
Did you see them washing each other's hair?
Yes.
Have a look at this.
Here's some more shampoo.
So what are they doing, Vanessa, right now?
They're loving each other. They're just showing twinly love, kinship, sweetness. They're gentle to each other. They are just remarkable. They almost speak a private twin language. It's terribly hard to understand a word they say, don't you
I think they're just bored now. They're washing each other's hair, aren't they?
But they're actually professional at finding things to do.
I think they are delightful. I really do. I love them. I think they're really strange. I don't understand them. I don't get it. I don't twig them, but I just find them, and I love the way they keep hopping about.
And they're handsome young chaps.
Little jumping beads. And when their hair goes flat, they look cute. When their hair sticks up, they look cute.
And grown up. Now, they seem to be annoying a few people, though. None more so than Darren Lyons. It's a bit of a moody one, isn't he, lately?
Grumpy.
I mean, Darren Lyons, is an acquired taste, let me put it that way. Now, he's a bit of a scary character in real life because he, you know, he's in charge of a whole team of paps that come out and
controlling his life.
grab celebrities when they least expect it. So I certainly don't want him to start picking on me, so I'm a bit nervous to say anything about him. But he's not the most charming character, and I'm not all that sure about his kind of sucked-out liposuction pecs and
the abs, yeah.
six-packs. That's a bit of an odd look, isn't it?
Let's just chat about his mood. Let's have a little look.
Have you done all the peas with the sauce? No?
No.
Did you put chickpeas in the cornflakes?
No.
No?
No.
I don't think so. Jedward's hair, do you not like it like that?
Like what?
Flat.
Yeah, I love it.
Do you like it?
Oh, it's amazing.
Isn't it lovely?
I'm going to see Paddy. Is he
Right, Dale, no...
There's only about 2 sane people left in here. It's the loony bin. We're in the loony bin, Paddy. We're going to be walking out in straitjackets. They're going to collect us at the top of the stairs and say, you're sanctioned. Oh. I mean, Pamela, no.
Now, Vanessa,
Yes.
you've lived in the house.
Yes.
Do little things irritate you in there, maybe in normal life wouldn't?
I don't think he's genuinely irritated by anything. I think he wants to steal a bit of camera time, that's what I think.
Okay.
I think a guy that colours his hair in that way and does those weird things to his body is desperate for attention. He's screaming, look at me, look at me, look at me. He knows he's arguably the least famous person in there. Most people don't know who he is and don't want to know. And so he's got to do something. So he's thinking, now, can I do it by being just downright attractive and gorgeous? No, probably not. Eclipsed by Bobby. Can I do it by being really sexy and getting off with one of the girls? Possibly not. Don't think any of them fancy him. So what shall I do? Let me be really crabby and crusty and difficult and annoying. And I think that's what he's doing there.
Or he could try telling jokes like a few of the other guys.
Jokes,
Let's have a look at the
Christmas
jokes.
cracker or what?
I bought 800 bottles of Tipex last night. I made a massive mistake.
What did the chicken say to James Bond?
Go on.
The name's Ken. Chicken.
2 pieces of string go into a bar. And he goes up to the bar and he's like, oh, can I have 2 pints of lager, please? And the barman goes to him, no, you're just a piece of string. And he goes, no, I'm afraid not.
Afraid.
Now, they quite clearly didn't get that
They
joke.
didn't get that. That was brilliant. Just waiting for it to percolate and just eventually filter down.
Now, Vanessa,
Brilliant.
you're a very intelligent woman.
Oh,
when you're
thank you.
in the house and you've got people who, let's say nicely, are less intelligent, is it frustrating when you're having the same conversations over and over again?
I think all you've really got to do is ask other people about themselves, and if you do that, they are so happy to tell you, and they will tell you the most extraordinary details about their sex lives, their weird medical complaints, everything. And so actually, if you can be bright enough to make the decision to show an interest in other people, then you'll have a really rip-roaring time. The thing is, unfortunately, lots of the inhabitants at the moment, lots of the housemates, are so entirely and utterly self-obsessed.
Yeah.
It wouldn't even occur to them to ask anybody anything about themselves. They just never will. They'll go the whole way through without asking one question about a single fellow individual, and that's why they get frustrated and start telling terrible jokes like that and then pretending they get them when they don't. Unbelievable.
Now, one housemate doesn't seem so self-obsessed, and she has shown a care inside and looks like she's there for a few of the others. Is Pamela. Let's have a little look at her behaviour. She's talking about love.
I've got guy friends that just send me the most loveliest, sweetest messages, like out of the blue. I've got a guy who sends me roses every single week, and I just love him. Love them all. But I want to be in love. But that in love where you just get that pitter-patter and... You know, you would take a bullet like you would for your children. Yeah.
Oh, Pamela's cute.
Very
I think
reflective
she's
mood.
lovely, and I know what she means. I think everybody wants that feeling of just falling hopelessly, helplessly, desperately in love. Of course we do. She's a true romantic. She is very maternal. I think she's nice, don't you? I think we take to her.
We heart
She
Pamela.
seems lovely.
Yeah, I
She
heart
seems
her.
lovely.
I heart her very much.
Vanessa, thank you very much. Keep watching the show because we'd love to have you back very, very soon.
Thank
you
you. I'm
very
loving
much.
it.
Vanessa
Thanks for
Phelps,
having me.
everyone. So it's still early days for this year's Celeb BB housemates, but if they really want to know what it takes to win a reality TV show, they should have a word with Joe McElderry.
Oh, yes, he's a professional at getting the nation's vote after singing his way to glory on The X Factor and this year's Pop Star to Opera Star. He's back with a brand new album.
Ooh, now before we meet him, take a look at this. Joe McElderry first appeared on our screens 2 years ago when he auditioned for The X Factor. He found a mentor in fellow Geordie Cheryl Cole and went on to win the show with 61% of the vote. Joe's debut single, The Climb, went to #1, with his album Wide Awake entering the charts at #3. Joe showed us he is the king of singing shows by winning Pop Star to Opera Star last month and has used the show as inspiration for his new album, Classic. Please welcome to OK TV, Joe McElderry, everyone.
We got her on telly then, didn't
By the way, you realised you were safe for a little while and then you just sort of went up again. How you doing? Yeah, very good, Jen.
How are you? Gorgeous boy.
Joe, take a seat. So we've seen you win the X Factor. We've also seen you win Pop Star to Opera Star now. What are you going to win next? You're a winner.
I don't know, what else can I do? Maybe I could go in there for a couple of days. No.
So a new album is what I really want to talk about because I'm a fan of classical music and your album is called Classic, is that right?
Yes, it is. It's got some of the stuff off what I did on Pop Star to Opera Star, Ness and Dorma, Time to Say Goodbye, all those kind of classic songs that everybody knows. And then some like classic all-time songs, Some Way Over the Rainbow, Dance to My Father, which was the first ever audition song.
That song.
Yeah, and it's all done with like an orchestra, so it's quite different to the first album.
Now, the album took 6 days to make,
Yes.
which is incredible. Albums take years sometimes to make. How did that happen so fast?
Was you in a rush, Joe?
It was, I'm telling you, it was sleepless nights. Sleepless nights. It was quite stressful getting it all finished because after the show, I kind of thought, let's just do it. Let's just get it done and get it out there because obviously people were dying to hear the repertoire that I had done on the show as well as some of the new stuff.
And I suppose your voice was really trained after working so hard on the show as well.
Exactly.
So no problem.
Yeah.
6 days.
I want to talk to you about the improvements and the differences in your voice now since when I met you last on the X Factor tour. But let's have a little look at one of your songs.
Okay.
Lovely.
So, Joe, maybe a few of our less cultured viewers might still know that song from Step Brothers, the first where Will Ferrell sings at the end. So I love that one. That's a great little track. But so the differences in your voice, you was, you know, the winner of the X Factor. How did it have to change?
Well, basically, it was like being able to drive a car or ride a bike, but then going back and somebody telling you that you're doing it all wrong and all the bad habits had to go. I had to change the whole way I breathed when I sang. I stopped tensing my jaw, which is what a lot of pop singers do, and it was really hard at first. And at first I was thinking, oh, like, because I thought it was going to be easy because of the X Factor process and all of that kind of thing. You think, well, it's going to be the same kind of thing. But I realised how dedicated people are when they're classically trained. It's full on. Really full on.
Now, talking about the X Factor, we have to ask you, what do you think of the new judges?
I think it's really good. I think it's really fresh.
Yeah.
I love Talisa and Kelly. And I think everybody seems to be working... they seem to be getting on really well.
Yeah, they do.
There's no rows like last time. You know, like,
it's
normally Simon and Cheryl were having, like, little digs at each other in the auditions, but they seem to be really getting on with each other.
Maybe when they're actually mentoring people, that's when they'll start kind of being defensive and sticking up.
And it's only the first week as well. It's got to heat up.
Yeah.
Because obviously they're going to get competitive.
Other than Kelly being fit, that is my observation.
He's just in love.
Who would you rather be mentored by?
I think probably Talisa or Kelly. I think Talisa would be really good, should fight for your corner. And I think Kelly, like, she's got some really good advice. Some of the things that she was saying to people, it wasn't even necessarily about singing, but it was just kind of good advice for going into the industry.
Was she life coaching people as well?
Yeah, she was, wasn't she?
It was that Kitty, what she said to her was absolutely perfect.
Yeah.
It wasn't derogatory, but it was kind of like, easy now, Tiger, literally.
Yeah, it was. She seems like she knows what she's talking about.
Now, Joe, you may have noticed, but your old mates Jedward, they're in the Big Brother house at the moment. Have you watched them?
I've caught a bit of it, and they're just hilarious. It's quite strange because they're exactly how they were when I lived with them in the X Factor house, and it's just surreal to see them in there.
So have you got any advice for people who have to live with them?
Well, the thing is we lived in a huge house with loads of separate bedrooms, so I can imagine they probably haven't... They sing and dance constantly, like, all the time. So I'm surprised they haven't been doing that yet, because they just run about, they cause a mess, they have weird eating habits.
Like what?
Like cereal with water and soup and salad. That's the one I always used to remember.
Soup and salad together?
Yeah, like salad tipped into a cup of soup or a bowl of soup.
Because they said it all ends up in the same place. That's their logic.
Yeah.
OK.
Can they win?
I think, yeah, I mean, everybody loves them. You know, I think everybody finds them fascinating, and the fact that they're so close to each other and so kind of, like, in sync with each other, I think it's fascinating, so I think they've got a really good chance.
Intrigued me.
Now, back to you. First headline tour coming up. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm really excited. It was the one thing I really wanted to do, so I'm glad we're doing it this year, and I'm going right around the country in November, so it's really exciting.
It's going to be incredible.
OK, yeah, we look forward to seeing it. Thank you very much, Joe. Joe McKelvey, everyone. That's still to come on tonight's OK TV. This is the moment Sir Richard Branson's holiday home went up in flames. But which Oscar-winning actress saved his 90-year-old mum? We'll be revealing all later.
Plus, we'll have an exclusive clip from tonight's episode of Celebrity Big Brother. All I'll say is Bobby reveals a whole new side.
You mean he has more than one dimension?
Debatable.
Are you sure, Jen? Anyway, it's all to come, so don't go anywhere. We'll see you after the break. Welcome back to OK TV. We've got an exclusive first look at tonight's Celebrity Big Brother. Bobby might come across as being all shy and sweet and a little bit bland, but tonight we see a whole new side to the gorgeous model. He's got a few things he wants to get off his chest and dishes out some truth about one of his housemates. But which one, Jen?
I don't know.
We're going to find out later in the show.
But first, Sunday Mirror columnist Dean Piper is here, which means only one thing, people. It's time to look at the rest of the day's showbiz news. Before we get to that, though, Dean, I want to... What do you think of the celebrity housemates?
I'm obsessed by a couple of people.
Who?
Tara, purely because when she talks, she goes, her mouth just doesn't
a little,
move.
doesn't she?
And she's a bit like Gollum as well, so it's quite interesting to watch. And I'm just obsessed by her in all sorts of ways, and Kerry as well. Just because we keep seeing her permanently going on about how she's transformed her life, she's getting back on track. This is the big one. Is she going to do it? Stop going on about the past. Move forwards.
Yes. I think she seems fairly stable at the moment.
Yeah, for Kerry, this is very stable.
We're only 5 or 6 days in, so
she's locked in her house, and she's obviously getting a lot of help in there, and everyone's looking after her. Amy Childs is coming across really well as well. She's quite motherly to those Jedward boys.
Yeah. I think it's very easy to forget, Dean, while Big Brother and obviously X Factor that's just come back is on, that there are actually other celebs in it. Cheryl Cole, what's going on in her life?
I know. So it's been an are they on, are they off for quite a while. Obviously, Ashley turned up to her birthday party last month at the Sanderson. I was there actually that night, so that definitely happened. The latest rumour that's going on is that they met up at a friend's party. A family friend has spoken out in the papers today saying that Ashley serenaded Cheryl with a rendition of Bruno Mars's Just the Way You Are. Now that, to me, sounds like the worst thing possible.
An X Factor audition.
It sounds horrific.
It sounds horrendous.
And they did say that it was pretty appalling. She's also apparently been going around for loads of pizza at Kimberly Walsh's house. I think we have to take a really huge pinch of salt.
Yeah.
It's a handful of salt with this. I'm not sure whether Cheryl will permanently go back. I hope she doesn't.
Now,
another one that needs to move on.
Now, Dean, what do you think about this? Sir Richard Branson, holiday nightmare, because his luxury island has gone up in flames.
Yeah.
Now, we're asking only which Hollywood celebrity came to the rescue. So here is OK TV's Ruth Liptrot with the answer.
As flames ripped through the building, it looked more like a Hollywood movie set than real life. 20 people were staying in Richard Branson's luxury great house when at 4 a.m. a tropical storm hit. Lightning struck and the fire soon got out of control. Those sleeping inside woke up to a nightmare. So, which Hollywood star came to the rescue? It was Kate Winslet. She was among those staying with her 2 children and her boyfriend. The Oscar-winning actress is being held a heroine, though, after saving Richard Branson's 90-year-old mum and getting her to safety. Kate swept Eve Branson up into her arms and got her out of the house as fast as possible. Kate said, "It was like being in a film set where you're waiting for the word cut, but it just didn't come." Branson has thanked Kate for being a hero and has revealed that he also ran to help people, even though he didn't have any clothes on.
I wasn't actually staying in the main house. I was staying nearby and woke up just to see, gigantic 100-foot flames in the sky, and with 70, 80 miles an hour winds. it ripped through the house unbelievably quickly. I just ran naked towards the house to try to see if I can make sure I could get people out.
The £90 million island is a favourite hideaway among top celebs. The Great House costs around £30,000 a day to stay in. It's not cheap, but Kate Winslet paid for a lot more holiday action than she ever could have expected.
That's seriously scary.
It's bad, isn't it? We met Sir Richard at our recent triathlon exploits.
we did.
Obviously, when you did the big boy one, I did the little girl version. But it is truly shocking, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I have got an image of Richard Branson naked running through the woods at the house. But, I mean, it's terrible. What I found really interesting about this as well, he actually bought the island for 180 grand. It's now worth up to 90 million. And the other thing is Holly's wedding. His daughter is supposed to be getting married there in the autumn. So I'm thinking that this is going to be a big setback for that wedding.
At least nobody was hurt, though, which is amazing.
That's the main thing.
Yeah.
It's the main
Kate to the rescue.
Sure, and speaking of Kate Moss, recently, she was the picture of an oasis of calm in her wedding photos, and then all of a sudden I'm hearing that she's a bit of a bridezilla. Can you tell us more about that?
I know, I actually love this story, because I'd love to think of Kate Moss, you know, tearing her hair out and going nuts. Milano Blahnik has done an interview, and he said that, that when he was doing it, it was an absolute nightmare, customising his shoes. They're called Godik Afak. The shoes that she actually wore. Crystals, blue insoles, all specially made to go with the Galliano dress. And in the interview, he said that staff worked through the night to get them just right. They would. This is Kate Moss. It's not anybody.
I mean, the thing is, as a bride, you know, you get the pressure anyway, but Kate Moss, the world would have been watching her. Everyone wants to know what she's wearing.
I literally got up that morning and I was so excited about seeing Kate in her wedding dress.
Yeah.
You know, it was the showbiz wedding of a decade, really.
Yeah.
Can you ever imagine Kate Moss being moody?
I can imagine her being a lot of things, to be quite honest. I'm obsessed with her.
Seems like...
I really
Did you wear the Kate Moss Topshop range?
I've actually done, like, when I've been out, we've all posed, we've all done Kate Moss. I've got coffee table books. Kate, if you're watching, I'm still after you.
Oh, Dean, thank you so much for coming in today. We love you.
See you later.
OK, The In-Betweeners, for those that haven't seen it, is the BAFTA-winning TV series that follows a bunch of high school misfits on a mission to become a hit with the ladies.
The TV show's now been made into a film, and after taking over £13 million on its first weekend of release, it's broken the box office record for a UK comedy, stealing the crown from Bridget Jones.
Bridget Jones was massive, wasn't it? And I really want to watch this film, but I haven't seen it yet. Don't know whether Dino has. But OK TV's Katie Goodman went to meet the boys, who remind me of a young Jeffro a little over 10 years ago.
A lot over 10 years ago.
Oh, whatever. God,
the rest.
I'm only 32. Anyway, have a look at this.
2 weeks of sun, sea, sand, booze and sex.
It's done a lot of pictures.
Guys, hello.
Hello.
Great to see you. How does it feel sitting here being movie stars?
Well, are we movie stars?
In the making?
Well, we're very excited to have the film out, yeah, we are. I think we are all like quite sort of pumped.
Did you ever think when you started The In-Betweeners that it would become a movie?
No, I think we were all just kind of happy to be working, really. I think it was as simple as that. And then I think none of us necessarily expected a second series, let alone to go on for 3 series and do a film.
So let's talk about the film. You go away on your first ever holiday away from the parents, all by yourselves. Does carnage await you?
They think it's going to be carnage, or, you know, mad. And it is kind of mad, but not really in the way that they expect.
Yeah, I think the comedy from the show comes from the juxtaposition between their expectations, which is huge, they're going to have exactly, and the reality, which is very boring and banal.
You don't just walk up to a girl in a club and introduce yourself. It's creepy. Clubs have different rules. Look, you dance over near them, make the eyes, then get them to dance with you.
Really? Annoyingly, that does sound right.
Thank you.
I'll do it. What about Nicole? It's only dancing. She likes my dancing. Stick with me, you'll be fine.
Right then, Si. Looks like the holiday starts here.
Blake, your character in particular, he loves a little bit of a dance.
He does.
He's like John Travolta, isn't he, really?
I am a bit like John
The John Travolta of your generation.
Yeah, I've always thought that. Yeah.
I mean, do you use it in real life to pick up the women?
You love a dance,
I do enjoy a dance. I wouldn't say I necessarily use those particular moves to pick up women, but I was very rubbish at chatting girls up when I went to clubs when I was younger, so I would just dance and
the
ladies come to me.
Oh, I see, just like the character.
Yeah.
And Joe, in the series, you know, it's fair to say you're partial to a little bit of nakedness.
Yeah.
Can we expect you to bear all in the movie?
Yeah, I mean, if you like my naked body, and in a way, who wouldn't want a slightly soft, flabby white body on a big cinema screen, then you won't be disappointed.
The In-Betweeners has been an amazing series. It's been brilliant, and now I was so excited when the movie's come out, but it marks the end, doesn't it? It's the end. Do you think that we'll see an In-Betweeners 2, maybe?
No.
No?
Flat out no from James.
Definitely not.
Well, none of us have really thought about that, to be honest. We're also focused on trying to make sure people come and see this one and make that as successful as possible.
And what will you miss most about being an In-Betweener?
Oh, these bloody guys,
Those guys.
These idiots. Oh, God. No, you come round.
BFFs forever.
Yeah, we're
I'll play it by ear.
I'll call you.
Another big thing that's been happening this week, as well as your movie coming out, is Big Brother's back.
Yeah, yeah.
Would you like to have been a housemate? Do you think you'd be good housemates?
No.
I couldn't do it. It'd drive me completely mad, I think.
So none of you were very good housemates.
I wouldn't have thought so.
But excellent In-Betweeners.
Oh, thanks very much.
Excellent In-Betweeners. It's an absolute pleasure to meet you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Cheers.
Oh, it looks like a very funny film. We're going to have to go and see that one. OK, so listen, we've come out of the studio, and now we're actually in the Big Brother house. We're in the camera room. Can you believe it?
The housemates are just there. This is so surreal. And more than that, Joe McElderry is our sound man. I am loving this.
Here at OK TV, we like to give you access all areas, so with that in mind, we've got a very special sneaky clip from tonight's show.
No, he's been very quiet so far, but tonight we see Bobby finally come out of his very British shell. He's not very nice about our Amy.
About time too. Here's your exclusive preview.
You reckon, really?
About what?
Amy.
I think she's a great girl. I really like her. Yeah, me too.
Do you?
I think she'd bleed you dry for everything you're worth.
You do?
Sorry, pal.
I think she's a kind person.
I think she'd absolutely use you. She'd make the money out of the press. Don't go near it, man. You're smarter than it. You're nicer than it. Don't.
This is a Bobby I like! Ah! Bobby's come to life!
Don't get me wrong. Amy is like a tabloid's dream. She's fit. She's a nice girl. But no.
Why?
No. I'm sorry if I don't speak that much about all this stuff.
But you should.
I don't have.
He does to us.
I actually don't have that many good words to say about these guys.
Well, there's our wonderful housemates just chilling in the garden, and it was nice to see that exclusive clip of Bobby actually getting a bear, wasn't it?
Bit mean, though.
What do you think, Joe? Joe loves. OK, so that's all we've got time for, sadly, today, but we'll be back tomorrow with more star-studded lineups and lots more Celebrity Big Brother news and gossip.
We've got the gorgeous Josie Gibson and Emma Willis in the studio, and heaven help us, we've got Keith Lemon. Anything could happen.
We'll see you tomorrow, guys, 6:25. Bye.